We're going on the trip from hell, where every flight is missed, they lose your luggage, and you're in the middle seat between a sumo wrestler and a screaming baby. Don't worry, I'm coming along for the ride. I'm Mary Kate Beck, and this is Travel Disasters. Mixtape 2020.
That was fucking impressive. Do you do that for every guest, or is that just at this time?
I lip sync the intro for everybody.
God, that's amazing.
It's burned into my brain, whether I like it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Eric's podcast, we have like our little bits of us talking, but it's like literally little 5-second clips. You got the whole speech, and you did a whole pantomime for me.
It's only 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I can sing the whole Eminem Lose Yourself. That's my go-to karaoke song.
What a white girl thing to say.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty. People lose it.
No, it can be a present. Mine is it called, what's the Macklemore song where he talks about drugs? Is it Other Side?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a dark.
Don't look at me. I don't listen to.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm from Seattle, man.
The
That's
only
reason I did
song I know is
but I can do that one.
Can't Hold Us, when he's like, hey.
Yes.
So good.
That was my jam freshman year of college.
Yeah, it's the best. The ceiling can't hold us.
Yeah. What was cool was, so I went to Western Washington University in Washington State, and it was right when Macklemore was actually getting big.
Yeah.
So my freshman year, he did like a free concert.
Very cool.
To get ready for the launch of the heist.
Right.
So it was back when he was with Blue Scholars, like a local Seattle rap band.
Yeah.
And he was like just still kind of coming up. So it's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
Before he became, now he's too mainstream. Now it's not cool to like him. But now I do the hipster thing where I liked him before
you knew him before he was
big. Before
cool.
he was big. Yeah. What a fucking Seattle thing to say. But it was
my
cool.
God.
Yeah.
Are you from Seattle? Where are
Absolutely,
you from?
yeah.
Oh my God.
So actually, it's Snoqualmie, Washington, which is 40 minutes east of Seattle.
Yeah.
You ever seen the show Twin Peaks?
I sure have.
I'm from Twin Peaks.
Wow.
It's
holy
like where
shit.
they filmed it. The Tweets Cafe is still there. The motel is still there. The sign was destroyed by a bunch of Korean tourists like 4 or 5 years ago. But the sign used to be there too.
So did you go to a high school with like 200 people? Like it's a small town.
It's bigger than you think because they take all the little towns and make it into one high school.
Oh, there you go.
But that high school had the highest level of teen pregnancy in the state. So my parents sent me to private school.
Oh,
so I was bussed out like 50 minutes out to a little fancy private school.
I mean, when you live in that small of a town, there's nothing much else to do than to get
Make
pregnant.
babies.
So yeah.
Well, it's real that if you got nothing else to do and no college, why not get married and have a kid at 21?
Something
you know
to kill the time, you know?
Yeah. Well, you go to the grocery store. My dad was, whenever I go to the grocery store, it's just a bunch of young girls with like strollers. It's fucking sad.
Strollers buying formula with food stamps.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I've seen all of it. So
is it similar?
Oh yeah. I mean, yes. We had like 6 chicks that were pregnant, like walking across our high school stage at graduation. They were like,
God.
we might not let you walk because we're a Catholic school, and then it was like, you got to let them walk. But it's just like big bellies just grabbing their diploma.
Yeah. To be fair, if I were the girls and they denied me my diploma, I would like call the paper immediately.
Yeah.
But I got a real dig for you.
You're not going to believe this.
I'm not letting pregnant girls on stage. That'd be a huge thing.
At a Catholic high school that they teach abstinence at? What? Like
they didn't
crazy.
teach you any of the good stuff. Any evolution?
No.
Evolution?
We did evolution, thankfully. We took biology class. And but we signed like virginity cards and
really
oh yeah,
the
was
rings.
Great.
Did the rings?
We didn't do rings. It was literally like a library card that you like signed the back of.
Well, what would you do? Did you put it in your wallet or
keep it in your wallet? Like, what did they expect us to do? Like, if things were getting hot and heavy, you just like whip out your
whip out the card. Yeah,
like it's my ID for sex.
And then you hope that the horny 16-year-old next to you gets so turned off by the gesture.
His boner will just fall. Just
which
the sales will drop.
Yeah. You could literally shit your pants. You still be like, well, just clean yourself up and come right back.
Yeah, get back here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Get back in here.
Get back in here.
Oh my God. Alex Kampp, how are you?
Hello. I didn't understand my fucking name. Yes, that is my name.
Oh my God. You're no stranger to the podcast. You have a podcast on the People of Comedy Network.
That I do. Yeah, after we got kicked off of AM radio, me and Eric are now over here.
NPR let you go.
Yeah, well, 1680, and we accidentally played a snuff film on the air, so that wasn't great. It was on accident. It was an 11-minute video. The first 2 minutes were very funny, and it was like those body cam videos.
Oh wow!
For police officers, right? And
how'd you get a hold of that?
Internet's the internet, you know. And so Eric had found it And the first 2 minutes are funny. It's like South Carolina, just like a cop talking to some hillbilly and they're having a funny exchange. What we didn't realize is around minute 6, the cop barges into the house like without any permission or warrant.
Whoa.
And then the guy's mom tries to defend him and the cop like shoots the mom. And I think it's a really, really depressing tape.
Wow.
And we're like, all right, wrap it up. And we just ended the episode, but it was too late.
Oh,
it was
wow.
So now we're here in the People of Comedy Network.
Yeah, where there are no rules.
No rules. We can play all the killing dead people we want.
And we can reenact it on my podcast. So
you
heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Absolutely.
Let's get into it. I always like to kind of dive into, our travel scale before we get into your story.
Yep.
So, on the scale of 0 to a billion in terms of how often you travel. Today's scale is, kiddie pool, where you're kind of stranded. You're just in that little 2x4 little rectangle.
Yeah.
Lukewarm water, usually about 80% piss, 20% water, chlorine, if you will. And then the other end of the spectrum is tsunami.
Gotcha. I'd say I'm at least a large public pool, if not an Olympic pool. But honestly, I have, and I'm not going to discuss the details right now. I have a couple things in the pipe that might put me in tsunami place.
Ooh.
And actually, it's kind of my life goal to live a life like that.
I love it.
So I'm working on a few things, and I got a couple kind of leads that I'm working on with a couple people to trying to become like a man of the road.
Nice.
So right
Can you
now
talk
I'm
about
stuck-
it all, or just where you're thinking of going? You don't have to tell us what you're working on.
Yes, the 2 roads I'm taking. One for myself, if this lead doesn't work, would be to trying to get a remote developer job.
Hell yeah!
So I can live that the developer remote life of taking freelance gigs and living where I want.
Yeah.
But the lead is music related.
Oh.
And that's as far as I want to go on that.
A musician.
I am not a musician.
Oh, okay. I'm like, did I miss something?
But I met someone in music that's trying to hook me up with some work, working behind the scenes and going
I love
on the road
that.
and
And
all
being
that
your little developer self.
essentially, yeah.
I love
and that's
that.
as far as I'm going to go into that. But if that doesn't work, at the very least, I'm going to try to work remote and kind of be in a different city every 6 months. Kind of thing.
Yeah. But even being a developer on the road, it's still a very demanding
It's still work.
job. Yeah, 100%. It's not like you can just stick around.
Yeah.
All the time. You're pretty
You'll work
on the
40,
clock.
50 hours.
Yeah,
but at
for
least,
sure.
it's like instead of I get off of my crappy office in the middle of Chicago,
Yeah.
I can get out now I'm in the middle of Thailand or Vietnam or
Yes.
something, and that's what I want to do.
Oh, I
still
love that.
work plenty, not be a lazy bum, but just be able to leave the office and be in a new place.
Yeah.
That keeps me excited and inspired, really. I just hate the back and forth of what corporate people like myself have to do.
Yeah.
Drive to work, go home. It just, it clogs you.
Yes, and the commute, I feel like I'm more productive on days when I work from home because I don't have to deal with the bullshit on the train and I don't know.
It's a horrible first impression on the day to see a bunch of other depressingly sad people.
Everyone's not talking, listening to headphones, just smushed up against this guy today. I was getting pressed up against him, not by choice. I would be pressed up against a million other people than you, sir. But he's literally scoffing at me, and I'm like, dude, relax. We're all going to fucking work. We all hate it. Chill out. I would die to be remote, but I'm also an extrovert. So sometimes when I work from home, I'll go to my boyfriend's or I'll see my friends, and they're like, I can tell that you have not talked to
anybody
a human today. And
like a golden retriever.
I'm just
blow up
spewing.
on them. And I've had friends say that.
Yeah.
I've had friends say that they did the remote life and didn't like it because you do have to be very comfortable with yourself.
Being alone.
Yeah.
But that's
and
awesome.
I'm introverted, so it's fine.
Yeah. You're I'd love it. That's my dream.
Yeah. If I can never develop a real relationship with anybody, that'd be great. Just a bunch
no
of
human contact ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. So take us to your travel disaster. Where are we going today?
Yes. So this is Thailand, and there's 3 pieces to this. This kind of setup of the good part of the trip, and then the disaster, and then some lessons I can tell people of the repercussions of the disaster that I
we're
still
gonna learn
living
some
with
of the
today.
day.
Yes. So actually, this is a great time for the podcast because when we first scheduled this a month ago, I was still with the woman that I met on this trip. We are now not together, but it's time to go down memory lane and talk about how I met my girlfriend of now ex-girlfriend of 3.5. Believe it or not, we ended as amicably as you can.
Oh, you're a sweet boy. I drag everyone.
Believe me, there's been quite a few where I've burned that shit to the ground. You build the house, set on fire, build the house again. Yeah.
Never look back.
This one was all right.
Oh.
But okay, so I was in Thailand for 2.5 weeks, and I was. I
feel like it's a very coupley trip too.
I was all by myself.
Oh, you were?
I met her in Thailand.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So I was.
So hold on, 3 years ago.
A little over 3.5 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, because you dated this chick for 3.5 years.
Yep.
Met her in Thailand. 3.5 years. Okay, got it.
Precisely. So I was in Koh Phi Phi for a lot of it, and then Phuket, and then at the end I want to spend a couple days in Bangkok. Just a couple days, see the big city, see the sights.
One night in Bangkok.
What
Does
is
anyone
that?
know? Oh my God.
I think I should know that, but what is that?
I don't know who sings it, but it's such a catchy song.
Yeah.
I'll add it to the
we had James
social
actually
medias.
here. He could fucking look it up.
I
but
know. It's the best.
He's not playing with his lightsaber or
One
something.
One night in Bangkok.
So it was, I was in Bangkok for 2 days, and I checked in the night. I was in a nice hostel, but I got my own room. Because one thing about Thailand is everything is so damn cheap there. I was in a poolside villa in Koh Phi Phi for $50 a night.
Oh my God.
That gets you a Hotel 6 in Bozeman, Montana. In Thailand, it gets you I had straight up servants.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. And then in Bangkok for $20 a night, I got this nice private room in a nice hostel. And the morning, I had one full day, and then another half day after that, after coming in late that night. So that morning, there was an established travel person in the hostel.
Oh.
So I just walked up to her after having breakfast, and I'm like, hey, I got one full day. What's the thing I should do?
Yeah.
And she said, you should go to the Temple District. Walk down here, take a water taxi, go up there, go to the Temple District.
That sounds amazing.
Yes. And I'm all by myself. And what I liked about that was I had new friends every night. I met so many different types of people. I love traveling by myself. One of my favorite things to do.
I don't do that. I've never done that before, and I really want to, but kind of a pansy. I don't know.
It's a risk to take.
It's tough being a woman too. I don't know.
I
don't want to
yes. Yeah. Me traveling alone, you traveling very different.
Yeah. I'm just kind of afraid. So maybe when I'm a middle-aged woman and no one will harm me.
I mean, be surprised. I mean, if you went to Italy by yourself, it doesn't matter how old you are.
Right. They'll still mug you.
They go grab you. Yeah. Especially South Italy, they're going to grab you. Spain, they go grab you.
Right.
It's fucking disgusting. That's a whole different thing.
They'll follow you for blocks.
Yes. I was in Naples. Actually, this with the girlfriend. We were in Naples together, and I had to literally swat them with a fucking broom. What's wrong with you?
I studied abroad in Italy, and every day I would be no,
it's awful.
Chasing you every time you get out of a car. They're like, oh, hello,
yeah. And then the second if a man walks up next to you, then they just kind of scurry off.
Yeah.
But the second you're gone, the guy's gone. They'll just jump right on you.
It's crazy.
So
you're alone.
Yes.
You're going to the Temple District.
Yes, going to the Temple District. So I go to the water taxi, and I had been partying on Koh Phi Phi. I've never had the highest level of confidence in my life. So I go there, and I see this really cute blonde girl sitting by herself at the water taxi.
Aww.
And I just sat down, and I just started talking to her. Like, hey, how are you doing?
I love that.
What you doing here? She was traveling alone herself.
Confidence is key.
Mm-hmm. And we ended up spending the whole day together, just going all to all these different temples and talking. And since we were both under this understanding that this is this day and a half, I'll be gone, we can just disclose everything to each other.
Yeah, why not?
Because
you
we're
might
strangers.
never see them again.
And that's what we fully throughout this whole time we planned. This is just going to be nice time with a stranger. So she's telling me about all this personal shit. I'm telling her all my personal shit. And we're talking about it. There's no weirdness. And that's what I liked about her was we were just so brutally honest right off the bat. We basically got what most couples take a year to get out in front of each other. We got out in that one day.
I love this.
And we still just had a great time. And then that night, we went to some bars. She stayed at my hostel. The next morning, she went out to get some stuff. And then I had to go. I had to leave. My flight was sometime in the late afternoon. I knew I had to get on the train at 1:30. Right, so I'm like, okay, you go over there. We'll meet at this park, this really nice park next to the train. We'll have our nice last hour and a half together, and then I will go off on this train and never see you again. Right?
This is a rom-com.
It really was. It's really sappy. It's really sappy, but it was beautiful. And it was this beautiful day, and we just laid in the grass together for an hour and a half and just talked some more. And then she walked me to the train station, and doors open. I walk in, and I just go the coolest thing I've ever done. I go, see you on the other side.
Oh.
And then the doors closed.
It's like Die Hard.
Right? Yes. See ya. She's like, oh. I'm like, see you on the other side. And then the doors close, And now here comes the start of the disaster.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I'm not 100% sure I'm on the right train here. And in Thailand, there's no English anywhere. It's all just squiggly Thai. They don't even try to translate any of it for you.
Yeah.
And I had thought that she knew what she was doing, so I was kind of following whatever route she took me. I later found out that she knew less than she was like following me. It's kind of two idiots following each other.
Yeah. The blind leading the blind.
Blind leading the blind, exactly. So I decided on this train, and it took me a solid 40 minutes before I'm like, this is not going to the airport. So I had to get off and get on another train.
Yeah, you're like, this is going into farmland?
It was going the opposite direction of the airport.
Oh, no.
And so I get on the train, and I'm now doing the math in my head. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to show up at the airport like 15 minutes before my flight.
Oh, no.
And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how many flights are flying to freaking Seattle often.
Right.
So, I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I'm just sitting there, and it's like, at this point, because I went so on the other direction, it was like a 2.5-hour train ride, right?
Oh, boy.
I had all this time I had given myself, and it was all eaten away and then some. And I'm just stressing out the entire time there. So I get to the airport, and I go in the airport. First thing I see, some dude's carrying a cow.
What?
There's like, the big...
A dead cow?
No, a live cow.
Oh, walking
like
a cow.
Yeah,
okay, I'm like picturing a guy like strung over his shoulder.
Hold it. I'm going to cook this later. This is for the restaurant in the fucking...
like slit throat, like blood all over it. I'm like, oh, okay, normal.
Yeah. Let's get to Korean barbecue place,
The freshest beef.
Yeah. But I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like in the airport, there's like just some dude. It's like a fucking farm. He's like carrying his cow through the airport.
Oh my god.
All right. But I get to, and I can't remember. It was. Do you know some deep flight trivia? Is it EVA Airways? EVA, the green and yellow, the Chinese air service.
I haven't been to Asia. I'm so sorry.
Okay. EVA Airlines.
I have a podcast
is
about
fantastic.
traveling. I've only been to like 10 places.
Gotcha. You ever been to Southeast Asia?
No.
Oh, you got it. It's pretty
It's
sweet.
such a like white girl place to go. I feel like
it
I
is.
should.
Oh my god. I went
I need
on the
an
start
Instagram
of it.
and an elephant sanctuary.
Yes. After I came back over the next like 6 months, all my coworkers like, I'm going to Thailand and tell me what to do. I'm going to Thailand and tell me what to do. I'm like, Jesus.
Yes,
I didn't
everybody
know I was going
goes.
to just a basic white. I thought I had this like amazing experience. Like, no, apparently every white person's having the same experience.
You're not hip, Alex.
I'm
hate
not.
to tell you that.
I know. I keep thinking I'm unique, and they're like, nope.
No.
No.
Okay, so dead cow around someone's neck. I'm just kidding. Man walking a cow.
Yes, and so I go to the EVA Airways like check-in place, and there's obviously no one at the check-in place. There's this one dude.
Is there a bell? Ding, ding, ding.
Luckily, I didn't need it. There was just some like Thai dude, in the EVA Airways uniform. He was like, in my memory, he was like dusting the place. He was doing some weird, like, shutting it down.
He's just dusting it off.
I'm sure he was like logging off the computer or something. But in my mind, he was like brooming away I'm like, I don't know why you would do that. But that's like,
taking out the trash.
Yeah. He was finishing up what he was doing.
Yeah.
And we make eye contact, and he has this look of horror on his face, and he just goes, Taipei? And I go, yeah, dude, Taipei. And he just goes, oh, no! And
oh, my God.
This guy was so nice to me. He takes me by my hand like I'm his son, because Taipei was my connecting flight. That's
yeah.
And he hands me this piece. He goes, you fill this out right now. And I'm like, oh, I'm like filling this out like
while
on my
running,
legs. And he's grabbing my hand. He walks me up to security, right? And he just like starts saying some shit in Thai to them. He tells me to hand him the card. I hand him the card, and they just let me go. I didn't do any security.
What?
Just go, here you go.
They don't even check your bags?
Nope.
Oh my God.
No checking bags. No scanners. They just put me on through it.
That's terrifying, kind of.
The craziest part is that I didn't have to flip any money to these people. They were just this guy was just doing amazing customer service.
Yeah.
So now when those bitches at Spirit Airlines give me shit, I'm like, you don't even know what America has forgotten what customer service is. No money, no tipping, just a dude
skip
being
lines
a dude,
and trusting other people.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you try to pull that off with the TSA
Absolutely
here?
Not.
Absolutely no
Absolutely
way.
Not. I have been denied from security before because they're like, "You're too late, bitch." Like.
Yes, I've done. Yeah, I've had that too.
Yeah.
Yep. And have you done like you're too late to the check bag?
Yep. They're like, "Get another flight." I'm like, "Fuck."
I know. Yeah. I missed one in Helsinki where I had to buy a new ticket. But except that I've been lucky.
Oh, lucky.
Including this one.
Yeah.
So at this point, by the time we're there, I am now 10 minutes until like the flight's gonna fucking leave.
Door closes. Yeah.
Exactly. And so the guy, he one last, he just goes, that way, go, and he pushes my back, and I'm like sprinting down there, and I make that motherfucker by 2 minutes.
Oh my God. All I'm hearing in my brain is like that like motivational music, like dun 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 dun. You're like running in slow motion to the gate.
What it actually sounded was
yeah. It's like, I'm here, Alex Kampp. Don't leave without me.
My ass, you run so hard, your ass is on fire. My ass on fire. I couldn't breathe. But I get on the flight. I'm like, I made it. Now, I'm on the flight, and I finally, through all of it, I get back to the States. And in Bangkok, I had bought a bunch of Valium and Viagra, 'cause that's what you can...
I love how you admit to buying Viagra.
Hey,
you're like a young, able-bodied man.
This is not the podcast for it, but there is a benefit for young, able-bodied men. It does do something. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk after the show.
It's pretty.
I have to know.
It's pretty awesome.
Does it like clear up acne? Like that's what birth control does for women.
I'm gonna just a little old tagline. I have scared women with it. All right,
oh,
that's what.
My.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm 28. Like, everything's fine. But if you do it, it does something. All right.
Oh my God.
Blue Chew, people. That's a little plug for Blue Chew. All right. Blue Chew, all that shit. It does do something.
That works instantly. You don't even have to wait.
I wouldn't know about that. I need to try Blue Chew.
I just hear ads about it.
Yeah, right. At Zany's with that fucking sign on the back.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I had bought a bunch of Valium and Viagra because you can just do that. What's interesting about Thailand actually is it's both the most conservative country ever and the most liberal because the official laws are super religious. Drugs will get you like hanged, like all this stuff.
Wow.
But if you leave the big cities, they're like, hey, we're a tourist economy. Do what you want.
Wow.
In Koh Phi Phi, I smoked a joint next to a cop, like eating breakfast.
Oh my God.
He didn't give a shit. If I was in Bangkok, I would have been sent to prison, right?
Jesus.
So I had bought this stuff in Koh Phi Phi, right? And so I'm at the airport, and I'm like, I want to get my drugs.
Yeah.
So like an idiot, I asked the flight attendant, hey, I left my prescription on the plane. Can you just grab that for me real quick? And she goes, okay.
Oh, no.
Within 2 minutes of her going off, I'm like, that was the dumbest thing ever. I'm asking her to get my illegal drugs from the plane. 15 minutes later, thank God she comes back. I couldn't find her stuff. I'm like, that's fine. Thank God you didn't find my stuff.
Forget it. I even said anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem, though. I am going to customs, and they ask, why were you 15 minutes late? Because everyone else has well gone through the line.
Wow.
What was holding you up, dude? Go get in there. We're going to search you.
Shut the fuck up.
And I thought I was good.
Yeah, because you didn't have to, like, scan anything, so they're probably super suspicious.
So they go, and they take, they're padding through it. They go in my bag, and they find a dime bag of the shittiest Thai weed. This stuff was so bad quality. I was hoping when they did the shake-up test, it was going to come up negative. Right. I'm like, this weed is so bad. There's no way. I smuggle so much drugs. I can't believe this is the thing I'm going to get popped for. But it was positive. And what they told me, luckily, was, hey, in the new rules, because weed had just been legalized in the state of Washington, we do this thing where you pay us $500. We put like a mark on your record, and then that's it. Now, the weird thing was the guy walked me to an ATM.
Oh,
and I had to take cash out. I was shaken down by American authorities.
What?
So it's just to let you know, white people, it's not Mexico. It's not Spain. America, it happens too. They will shake you down. But I was like, at least you're not putting a felony on my record. Whatever, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Did you do it?
I paid him $500 cash.
Oh my God.
And now
for a dime bag?
For a dime bag, $500. But the benefit was it doesn't affect my employment at all because it's on the customs record.
Yeah.
And no one's going to search the customs record. The downside is I now have what is called quadruple S status.
Fuck. What does that mean?
That means every time I print out a boarding pass coming back to the United States, there's a big quadruple S on it, and it means they will search my butt every single time.
Shut the fuck up.
And for the record, not in my butt.
Oh,
but they will,
holy shit.
But they'll do a full, like, cupping my cheeks and get up in my crevice. They won't go in the hole, they'll go in the crevice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I get searched every time I get back.
Shut up.
Now.
Do you just, like, own it now? You're just like, get in there, Nancy.
Yeah.
Like.
Actually, it's interesting. I think they know, they can tell by the look at my face that it's happened enough. They've gotten nicer now that I come back. They just go, they don't even do the butt thing as much anymore.
Oh my God.
Half the time they'll just go in the bag a little bit and go, all right, man, go on ahead.
Yeah,
they know. They look at me and they're like, oh, this kid probably got busted for weed or something.
I know. Oh.
Yeah, because on my record, luckily, it's very light. It just says narcotics smuggling, not heroin, not cocaine, not.
Yeah.
So reading it, you go, okay, this kid brought weed in.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they're nice to me, but I do get searched every time I come back.
Oh my God.
Now, lesson that I learned, I still smuggle hella drugs on planes. What I make sure, though, is I do them all in the country I'm in, because when I come back, I'm clean.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
So if anyone, there's a little lesson to any listeners, because apparently it's also random. It's not just people like me. If you get the quadruple S in your boarding pass when they print it out, it means you will be searched by Homeland Security and Customs when you come back.
Wow.
Yep. Every time.
Oh my God.
What's fun too is when I'm in like European countries and they're being nice to me, they'll go like, "Hey, I guess you got the bad lucky draw," and they give me the bar pass, and I'm like, "Yeah, dude, that's what it is."
Yeah.
It's not like this happens every time because I'm a criminal, but
Oh my God.
they just think it's like a unlucky white kid.
Yeah.
In reality, it's like, no, I deserve
Well, it
this.
could be worse. I mean, it could be like on your record.
Could be a legit felony.
Yeah.
So I got shook down, but I was like, I'm happy for this transaction,
so you get your
sir.
butt touched every time
my
you go
butt
there.
touched.
Yeah.
And again, it's never appeared in any background check error because who the hell would do a scan on my customs record?
I work in HR. I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing it.
Start what? Smuggling drugs on the plane?
I'm like, hi, can you run a TSA search? Thank you.
Yes.
Can you run a customs?
Quick.
They'll be like, Mary Kate, it's coming out of your paycheck if you want to do that background check.
Quick lesson too for people, because this always surprises people when I tell them this. I have not flown clean without weed in years because
what's your secret?
the secret is that they don't care. And this,
They have bigger fish to fry. They're not looking for weed.
You can look this up, and people don't believe till they see it. On the TSA's website, it says in their bullet points, we do not search for drugs.
Interesting.
The only time they might charge you is they're looking for a bomb and then they see some drugs and then they might do something. But here's the thing. If you're in a state where it's legal, they can do literally nothing because the worst they can do is call local authorities.
Right.
And what's a state cop going to do? Come down to
Nothing.
bust you for weed?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't care. Here's a prime example. I was flying out of San Francisco, coming back to Chicago, and I had like 6 joints I had bought at a San Francisco dispensary.
Right.
I went through TSA. Bag got flagged.
Mm-hmm.
So they go through, look through my bag. The guy literally in his little, safety glove hands, like
the blue gloves that are
gloves.
way too loose.
Yes.
They're always so loose. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
And you can like see the
they're
sweat
damp, too.
underneath.
They're
Yes.
damp. Yeah,
Oh
disgusting damp.
God.
And he shuffles over the 6 joints, like they're books, just 1, 2, 3, 4. Finds a half full water bottle, goes, "Sir, you can't bring this in the plane." I'm like, "You got it, sir." And just went off with my joints.
You can take it.
And I promise you, this sounds nuts. They don't care.
I believe it. Yeah.
International countries care. You will be thrown into a Turkish prison for sure. But if in the United States, they do.
If you're bringing it back, you're saying,
That's what I'm saying,
or like bringing it across state lines.
Even meh. That's what I'm saying. For non-criminals like me,
federal, I mean,
if you're bringing believe me, okay. This is why.
if you have a couple.
This is why, by the way, don't ever put your weed in a check bag, because check bag, your customs will look through it.
Oh.
And actual drug sniffing dogs will sniff your bag.
And that's
TSA,
like federal.
It has
TSA
to be
doesn't give a shit.
carry on.
Okay.
Bring a personal amount on your. And people are not going to believe this, but it's just bring a personal amount in your carry-on bag that's obviously not meant to be dealt.
Yeah.
And they do not give a fuck. I have literally flown on like 20, 30, 40 flights with tons of weed in my bag. Just right there. They
Pablo Escobar over here.
Yeah. I've had the dog like sniff up in my crotch, and they don't care because those are bomb-sniffing dogs. The TSA dogs are bomb-sniffing dogs.
They're looking for different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the dogs actually stopped weed smokers, like the fucking airport would shut down. Could you imagine LAX if they actually stopped everyone that smelled like weed? It'd be over.
I always feel bad for like the middle-aged people that are going through, when they like randomly have the dog out, like if you're not in TSA, like there's always just like a scared old couple that's afraid of dogs. And they're like, don't panic, just keep walking. They're like, Barbara, just like hold my hand. She's like, okay, Robert. Like it's so sad.
And
I'm like, just don't do it to them. They don't have bombs.
And nothing stops a panicking old person like don't panic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Well, what's coming up for you?
Yes. We got Laughing Grass. We had our first show in the new Lincoln Lodge.
Nice.
About 2 weeks ago now. We're every third Saturday we're over there. So we'll have our next one on March 21st. I think would be the third Saturday of March. And then, of course, Space Cadets, which is me and Eric Emerson. We're basically trying to do like modern shock jock style, radio podcasting. That'd be, Opie and Anthony of the old. And then today it would be like Legion of Skanks. We're trying to just basically bring on modern culture, modern events, funny ass videos, and just being irreverent. And that's kind of the statement. We're not trying to make a statement, some kind of edgelord statement of like, we don't care. We just don't have a filter because sometimes you need to get rid of your filter to be funny. And that's kind of like what the stance. Unfortunately, that's a stance today. Yeah. And that's what we're just trying to do. Just make some funny ass shit.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. This was super fun.
Absolutely.
I feel like I learned so much about drug smuggling and security. So I'm super pumped and I can't wait to listen to your podcast. This is super fun. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.